What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK. Man, I'm excited to just do this video. The fact that we actually won a game, man. We won a game. I came into this game feeling so much dread and thinking, you know, we ain't have a shot. And I was just hopeful. I was hopeful. I was like, if I put something out in the universe and hopefully it just reverse psychology on my ass, and it sure did. It sure did. And there's been many Mavs games that I've seen since I was a kid. And then growing up now, and something about this game, just watching it unfold, was completely different from so many games that I've seen in the past. The fact that Jalen Brunson was 15 out of 25 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3, 41 points, played like an absolute superstar. I heard people comparing him to Allen Iverson, and I think that's a bit of a stretch, but Jalen Brunson, what a game, bro. 41 points, man. 41 points. And I'm glad he said in the post game where he was like, these fans needed a home win. And we sure did. We sure did, because it is big. It is such a massive win. This is probably the biggest, one of the biggest Game 2 wins in the Mavericks history. Because we were on the verge of losing such a great season that we had. And we were on the verge of not being able to bring Luka back down the stretch in this series. But thankfully, they got a win. Now this changes the complexion of this entire series, because now people know, the Mavs know, those Mavs players know, they could beat this Jazz team with all the players that they have without a Luka and without a Timmy Hardaway Jr. This is massive, bro. It is a huge win. So let me get into I'm right off of the cuff, right? I just got done watching it. TV still on. They doing post game. I'm doing my post game, right? So let me just go off and let's talk about the things that I saw in this game. Maxi Kleber. I had a feeling like they needed to play him more. I know I didn't say it in the last video, but you know, as the last day transpired, I was like, he needs to be out there more, right? And I know we were concerned with the way he's been shooting threes and this and that, and I know he missed the last 4 games of the season, but that guy came through, man. He came through. Big time. I'm talking about big time. He took 11 shots, all of them from 3, and knocked down 8 of them and gave us 25 points. If you were to tell me that was going to happen this game, nobody, including myself, and nobody, unless some chick on Mavs Twitter, would have been like, yeah, I saw that coming. It was a fantastic performance by Maxi Kleber, and we needed every single shot. Every single shot gave us that chance to stay in the game, because down the stretch, Bojan or Bogdanovic, how you pronounce his name, or O'Neal, what's his name, Donovan Mitchell, they just kept making buckets after we made buckets, and it was just like, eventually something's got to break. And the fact that Dorian Finney-Smith made a big bucket, Maxi made buckets, and Dorian was a part of shutting down Donovan Mitchell towards the end. Amazing defense towards the end, but Jalen Brunson to be able to close that damn thing out. And I know Dinwiddie had a rough first half, but I feel like he kind of came through in the second half and became a little bit more of a facilitator, which helped a lot. But damn, what a game, bro. What a game. And they put up, 110 points to 104? That is what we need. And I know the defense was just as solid as the last game. It's just that offense finally came through. And the offense, man, we needed every single bucket from everybody. And as a fan, I'm just happy that we have another chance to keep this series alive. And the next game is Thursday? So that's perfect. You got a couple of days of rest. Let these guys rest up. And let them attack Utah and Salt Lake, and who knows what happens, right? But, I mean, for you, fans like me, I know everybody out there, we're all like, all right, if Luka comes back, we win in this series automatically. Right now, we're in a dogfight without Luka. And so if the team without Luka could just, I don't know, win another game, still win in Utah, then it changes everything. But this one win right here is probably the biggest Game 2, one of the biggest Game 2s ever in Mavericks postseason history. The other one I could think of is the other one I know of that I was in the American Airlines Center for was Game 2 of the NBA Finals in 2011. That's when Dirk hit the 3 to take the lead, and then Mario Chalmers came back, tied it up, and then Dirk finished it up with a layup. That was bonkers, and I have a old video on that. But man, just right off the cuff, those are my thoughts, man. Going into Game 3. The only thing, the things that I liked is that Dodo forced himself to stay on Donovan towards the end. Brunson was trying to make what's his name, Boyan, to go a certain way, and Brunson, his defense was extremely underrated throughout the entire year, but what he did in this playoffs and in this game was massive, bro. Was massive for him to get those offensive fouls on him against the Utah Jazz. Those were big, bro. Those are big. And let's talk about Rudy Gobert. And I remember I said it in my preview of the series prediction. I was like, if we could get Gobert to post up and basically defend everybody, get the ball out of everybody's hands, and it ends up on Gobert's possession with a few seconds to go, then that's success for us. Let me show you this clip, 'cause I said it. I'd rather them somehow isolate Rudy Gobert and let him give him the ball at the very end of a shot clock and see what he could develop in the post. That's just me. And look at it. It came through fruition because it was working. There was multiple times that he got the ball in the post and couldn't do jack with it. And I think that is key to success for us. The Mavs know how to play this defense. Jason Kidd is doing an amazing job. And I know everybody killed him early in the year, but this kind of performance, man, this is a kind of performance that only, if you live in Dallas, you know that there's only so many teams that we got here that have success, right? Over the last, 25 years. And it's been the Mavericks and the Rangers that have had the most success in the past 25 years. But the Mavericks are the type of team that would win this kind of game in this kind of situation. And that's why you have that glimmer of hope and that Mavericks hopium that we be sipping on. And so, I don't know, I feel like I'm blabbering my words. I'm not trying to take too much of your time, but I'm extremely happy. Let's look at this. I mean, Jazz had 50 points in the paint. We had 28. We had 16 fast break points. They had 3. They had 4 blocks. We had 2. They had 10 turnovers. And we had 3. And free throws, they were 17 of 20. We were 10 of 13. Those turnovers, that turnover differential is what won us a game. That, to me, that's the biggest thing. 10 turnovers of 3. That means you basically had a 7 possession plus 7 possessions to work with, right? And I don't know how many offensive rebounds the Jazz had, but to not turn over the ball, that's massive. And man, what can we say, bro? Shout out Jason Kidd. Shout out Jalen Brunson. He put a big Dirk up, a big 4-1. Shout out to Brunson, man. Mark Cuban needs to go into luxury and keep that, man. Imagine him and Luka together for the rest of their careers and keeping them paired up. What an amazing game. I know my nephews were at that game. I wish I was able to go. But man, game 3 is Thursday. It's gonna be in Utah. You know that city. Hopefully they're deflated. Cause I know it's hard to play in that stadium. But man, that is all I got, bro. I don't know what else to touch on. Reggie Bullock hitting threes. We were hitting threes, man. I don't even know how many threes we hit. I feel like we launched 40 of them and hit half of them. But man, what a fucking game. What a game, bro. Anyway, guys, been your boy TGK. Mavs fan for life. Catch y'all after game 3.